back to the Black Lady Media Club, everyone. I'm Nini.
I'm D.
I mean,
And I'm Yan.
And today we are discussing the Love Lyric by Kristina Forest. Y'all know this is a highly anticipated read for us. Well, I don't know. I ain't gonna speak for y'all, but for me, yes. Before we begin our discussion, I am going to read the synopsis of the book, and I'm going to read the whole thing since if you're reading this, I hope you've read the book. Okay, here we go. An R&B singer and a corporate executive find love that hits the right notes in this romance by Kristina Forest. Oh, that's what the USA bestseller said. Anyway, so Iris Greene used to be a woman with a plan, but all of that changed after she met the love of her life at 24, got pregnant and married, and then became a widow and a single mother, all within the span of a year and a half. That's crazy. Now, after years of hustling, Iris is the director of partnerships at a beauty company and raising spunky 6-year old Calla by herself. Despite her busy life, she still can't help but feel lonely. She just needs to catch her breath. And one night at her sister's it's really the whole book.
Yeah,
It's
as usual,
crazy.
as per usual.
It's crazy every time. I'm shocked. Because, like, why did it need to? She needs to catch her breath. Then one, like, okay, we get it.
Like, what's this? What's this on off the camera? Like forehead swipe.
Right. She just needs to catch her breath. And at one night at her sister's wedding, when she steps outside to do just that, she sees a certain singer who takes her breath away. By all accounts, pop R&B singer Angel. His last name is Harrison.
That's crazy.
it was Angel Harrison.
Angel
No, it
No,
ain't.
Harrison.
it was something
He don't
else.
got a last name.
It's a
Harrison.
pop R&B singer Angel Harrison. His mama childish. All right. Angel Harrison has it made. He's a successful musician and has just scored a brand ambassador deal with an emerging beauty company, but he's still not fulfilled. He's not producing songs he's passionate about, and there's a gaping hole in his love life. When he visits the Save Face Beauty office to kickstart his campaign, he's delighted to see Iris, his stylist's sister, the beautiful woman he's secretly had a crush on for years. Despite their obvious attraction to each other, they must stay professional throughout the campaign tour, which doesn't quite pan out. But when it comes clear their lives aren't in sync, can they fall back in step to the same rhythm and beat? The only
That's the whole
question,
story.
the only question they left open
You're
was the last
missing one.
chapter.
You're missing one sentence. They live happily ever
That's
after.
it. Oh
It's
no,
like I
actually,
mean,
all they had to do was this. Instead of saying, can they fall? Wait, but when it becomes clear their lives aren't in sync, can they fall back and step to the same rhythm and beat? Instead, it should have said, but when it becomes clear their lives aren't in sync, they fall back and step to the same rhythm and beat. That's the whole book.
yeah. Period.
Anywho, so
People love spoilers. People love spoilers.
that's crazy. I'm so glad I don't be reading them things. I would
Yeah,
be
you
so
can't.
hurt.
Me either.
You actually can't.
Okay, so let's start with overall. Did everyone like the book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, I
Mm-hmm.
enjoyed the book. It was an entertaining listen.
Yeah. Very good book.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
One of the most enjoyable reads so far.
Hmm.
I agree. I really did like the book too.
Yeah,
Okay,
it was.
so let's go into our character analysis. We can start with in my opinion the main character. Yeah, it is the main character, Iris.
Okay. Okay.
How do y'all feel
Yeah.
about Iris?
I liked Iris a lot. I feel like I could relate to Iris in the way that she handles her emotions and like kind of the expectations that's put on her. So I feel like whenever I was reading it, it was hitting a little close to home based on like how I view myself a lot. So that was
Mhm.
cool. Hmm. So I liked Iris.
Yeah, I liked Iris. She was a good main character. Like she was one of the most level headed main characters that we've come across so far in our reads. Like she was very level headed. I feel like even with like stuff that she didn't want to deal with, like she didn't deal with it terribly. I feel like she was a really good main character. I liked her.
I agree. I feel like I feel like Iris. Well, we kind of saying the same thing how we felt about Violet as well. I feel like both or all three of them. I know y'all didn't read. Yeah, and me. I know y'all didn't
The
read
neighbor favor.
the neighbor favor, but all of the characters are pretty level headed. I feel like the main characters, the Green sisters, and I feel like they make pretty fair decisions. Um, so I do, but specifically for Iris, I feel like Iris, she just that girl. Like I don't know, I don't know. Like I just felt like I too felt like I was reading about Z.
Mm.
I felt like Iris's character felt familiar to her. Both y'all are the older sisters, and I feel like y'all take on the responsibility of being mom number two. And so, like even when we were growing up or whatever, like I felt like I didn't feel like you were my mother because we're closer in age, but at the same time, I felt like when parents weren't around, you're the decision maker, you know?
Mhm.
So, it felt reminiscent to that. And also the fact that Iris holds back her emotions. I feel like you do too.
I've gotten better with it.
Yeah. And look, she did too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
I mean, it kind of makes you, life makes you. So it wasn't on purpose.
If you had a choice.
I didn't have no choice this time. The choice was made for me. How you feel about the end?
I liked it. I liked Iris's character. I don't know if I identified with her that much. But I didn't was it I didn't empathize, but I sympathized with her whole story. Um I do kind of recognize the feeling of like, I guess, feeling like you're in a routine, you just going and going and going, and it's like, oh, I can't stop because, oh, this is what I'm doing. It's like, oh, but like why? You know, I get that. And just her whole story just kind of made me like, I was 2 seconds into the story and I started crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got me. It got me at one point, but it was never mind.
It just, the whole situation is just very heartbreaking
Yeah.
because it's just a lot to go through for someone to go through, especially after right after having a baby, and then your man gone. That's just a lot. That's sad. But I really liked her character. I thought she was a likable protagonist. I liked her very much.
Yeah,
Agreed. Okay, so sounds like everybody appreciated Iris's character. How
Hmm.
do we feel about Angel?
I liked Angel. I did like Angel's character. This is a little bit difficult I like the way his character was written,
Mhm.
Okay.
but a lot of the part of me that could have liked the character more is the narrator. The narrator put me like 45 years ago, like down south. He was 45 and not 29.
That's true. That's true. He
Right.
was he was a little
That is
older.
true. That is
Yeah.
also fun
Like
for
whenever I was listening to it, it was so hard for me to picture who I was picturing or the description of the character in my mind based on the man's voice. And
Mhm.
then, like,
No.
a lot of the jokes to me did not land, and it's more because it sounded like an older person using a very like light,
Yeah. Young
flirty
slang.
joke,
Yeah.
and it didn't land
Mhm.
to me. Like, I feel like some of the jokes would have, or some of the banter would have read better. So probably should have read it,
Mhm.
but like the voice actor for Angel kind of threw me off. But him
I
as a
just
character,
think the same way I felt.
yeah, I like Angel as a character. After I got past this, certain scenes or certain parts of the book, it was easy to not notice it. But in other scenes, it was more obvious. So I do like his character. I think that he's an upstanding guy. He seems very
He's a
nice and
good man,
sweet.
Savannah.
Yeah, very well.
Stand up guy.
Good man, non-derogatory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. I kind of, I didn't relate to him, but I kind of related to the situation as being someone who was like grown up in the church, and you have these, very rigid expectations on you,
Yeah.
and like kind of holding that guilt or that people pleasing mentality,
Mhm.
moving through your own life and career, and like it inevitably like holding you back. So I think I like that
Yeah.
that she explored like his side of it too a little bit,
Mhm. Yeah.
because it kind of gave his character more depth that he actually seemed to have to be confronted with more, so I felt, than
Mhm.
the other male characters.
Yeah. I personally, I love Angel, and I feel like you should have read the book because
Yeah.
Yeah.
before you started saying that was not definitely. I really like him, but what I can say, I had a hard time picturing him. He was not like a like somebody like I would just think of. I think the burgundy hair threw me off, and so I just don't know how to picture him. So like every time I read about him, I just picture. I don't think I was picturing anybody. I was just picturing a person.
Yeah.
It was just like it was just hard for me to picture a burgundy hair man, even though I just can kind of think of somebody famous that like changes their hair color like that.
Mhm.
And I know there is. I just can't think of anybody, but I like how she dove into his character about like religion and just like growing up in the church and having bad experiences. And when he went to his sister's church at the end, he was finding his way back into it, understanding that just because you had a bad experience doesn't mean that's all experience and that has to be your experience.
Right.
Because he realized that I can't remember if she had bad experience as well, but she found a church that she loved and confided in. And he was like, maybe it's not so bad after all. But he wasn't just a straightforward character. I feel like he was more complex. And she did good with like going into his character. And I like how patient he was with Iris because even though she was a very good protagonist, main character, she was a little frustrating at times. Not that I disagree with her, but coming
Yeah.
from maybe his point of view, it was kind of frustrating because you can tell that she wants to be with him, but she's just having trouble opening herself up. And he was
Mhm.
very with her.
Yeah.
Yeah, love Angel.
Yeah, I really liked Angel. I too did listen to the audio just because, well, I'm usually listening to audiobooks because I'd be doing too much at once. But the last two books, the voice actors were really, really good. Like they were perfect for the role, in my opinion. I remember reading the partner plot and raving about, like, dang, I don't know who picking these voice actors for these books.
Mm-hmm.
But the Neighbor Favor had great voice actors, and the partner plot had great voice actors. Now, I'm not saying that these voice actors were not good because they were good
Right.
voice actors, but I do feel like the man sounded a little bit older. It didn't throw me off too much, but I did take notice, like, but after, I think maybe after like his first go round, I was fine with it. It didn't jar me or anything. But I will say, although I did really like Iris's voice actress, I felt like I did not care for the way that she imitated others.
Okay,
Same.
let's talk about it. Let me step in right here.
Okay,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I've been waiting on the chance to talk about the way that she kept doing her daughter's voice,
The list,
like
like, where did that come
like Chuck
from?
from the
It was
Rugrats.
interesting.
The stuffy nose. It was a stuffy nose, like a snotty nose, like toddler
But I feel
type,
like she's
Yeah.
too old for
and
that.
it
Yeah.
that I just that was a lot for me.
Yeah,
Listening
same.
to her like do the stop the
She's like,
rendition,
"Hey, Bobby, I gonna do this." I'm like,
and I just
Glad
feel
they
like
read
all she
it.
needed
Listen
to
to
do
this.
was, you know, raise the octave of her voice
mm-hmm.
so that we can get the childlike effect. And I know she raises her voice for other characters around. Like I noticed she does that for Lily,
Yeah, yeah, she
um,
does.
but it still didn't feel like a child. Like you, I just I felt like there was like a medium there instead of throwing the child nose into like eternal suffocation. Because when I hear other children, even when they're sick, they don't sound like that. So
Right.
that was I was just like, oh, okay.
And I
And
feel like the
for her as the main, like her actual voice for Iris, I felt was
was
good.
really good. Was really
Yeah.
good. I feel like Calla didn't have a list in any of the other books. So, or like you said, it's a stuffy nose. It sounded like a lisp to me. I don't. Either way, we talking about the same thing. But like you
Hmm.
said, the her voice for Iris was really really good. I really liked her
Yeah.
voice for Iris. I did not care for when her choices, that the choices that she made when she imitated others, even when she imitated Angel, when she imitated
Yeah.
anybody except for maybe the boss. That was cool.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
fine with that.
I agree.
Yeah, because the man who does Angel, he already you could tell that he is has a regional accent,
Yeah, I like
like
that though.
naturally. Me too. But that's also why he feels older to me. But that wasn't the problem. But when she imitated him, it was like
Cowboyish.
it felt very exaggerated
Yeah.
when she would do it and slow. She would do it slowly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it just made the accent, like her extra twang on it, way more jarring for me because I was just like,
Yeah.
listen to her like it was like I was like galloping because she would do it at a cadence like up down, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was like
Hmm.
I'm like, sir, please let him talk about it.
Yeah. I felt the same. But back to how I feel about Angel though. I do
Sorry.
that ain't on you. I do really like Angel's character. I thought he was very sweet. I too was having difficulty like putting a face to him. Like I didn't have difficulty, but at the same time I did. But I think I was having
Mhm.
difficulty because I was trying to figure out what celebrity I'm relating him to, and I think that was it for me. Like the whole time, like when I was just let Angel be Angel, I felt like I saw a face. But every
Yeah,
time
that's
I'm
what.
like, who is it? I just kept on because I was like, okay, so my whole time I was just thinking like maybe this is based off of like Lucky Day. That was my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mhm.
Lucky Day is from New Orleans though. But actually I don't know where he is from. Let me see. Cuz if he's from
He's from New
Atlanta,
Orleans.
he is from New Orleans. I thought
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so um I was thinking Lucky Day just because I was trying to think of like an R&B male artist who's not light skinned, who sings love songs, who has poppy hits,
Mm-hmm.
but seemingly like goes the R&B route and has been more recently. So I was trying to like the deep R, like real R&B, like you know what I mean. So I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking Lucky Day, but I was just like I just can't see Lucky Day in
In this
this
role.
Yeah.
role like physically. And
Yeah.
nothing wrong with Lucky Day
Mhm.
because Lucky Day looks great, okay? But I'm saying like I just didn't feel like it fit that
Yeah.
character. Plus, we know some things about Lucky Day, okay? So
Right.
I don't think that would apply to Angel, but I was just thinking Lucky Day. But then I was thinking like maybe Giveon, but also we know some things about him too. So I
Right.
don't know.
I keep thinking that man British.
Give me a. He sounds British.
Yeah, he sounds.
Oh my gosh.
Did y'all
You
think of
know,
a huh?
I was gonna say whenever I was thinking about Angel, he to me also was kind of difficult to place. Um, Sometimes whenever characters are difficult to place, I just it's like literally a blob and whatever fits in the moment fits, and then
Yeah, it
and it's kind
morphs.
of just
Mhm.
similar to like it's not too far off from scene to scene. But whenever I try to relate him, because that burgundy hair did kept throwing me off too. I kept forgetting he had burgundy hair, and
Yeah.
so in a septum ring and all these other things. And so I was at one
Dennis
point I did
Rodman.
try to think about an artist that was kind of like alternative, kind of that does
Mm-hmm.
that poppy, flashy, you know, kind of bad boy esque thing.
Mm-hmm.
And once my mind settled on Jason Derulo, I had to ex-nay it, and then I went back to my blog. Otherwise, me and Angel wasn't gonna get it.
Yeah, you had to X that out.
It's everybody
I love
gasping.
Angel. I love Angel. I had to forget
Jason.
that.
Oh no,
I
yeah,
had to. I had to, Men in Black myself and start
yeah.
Okay,
over.
never mind.
Please.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know. It wasn't him. It couldn't be him.
Maybe
Christina let us
Miguel.
know who it was.
Is it Miguel? He probably do that. But Miguel Little.
Yeah, if you get light skin.
That's true.
Make it a little. Same height as Iris.
I don't know, y'all.
I just kind of started throwing characteristics in a.
Hold on. I'm about to read a list of male R&B.
Period.
I like
Because I don't
when I was
know.
reading it, it's like I kept picturing somebody in my head, but I don't know who it is. Like I don't know who it is.
All right,
It's
I'm
like
about
like the person I was picturing is on the tip of my tongue, but it was
mm,
like
right.
couldn't quite place it in my head.
I felt the
Hmm.
same way.
Lionel
No,
Jones.
no. Listen,
Who?
we're going to
That's the
play a
album.
game, y'all. It's going to be I don't know what the name of the game is, but the object of the game is to picture the artist that I name into Angel's place, okay? So try
Uh-huh.
to picture
Okay.
them as Angel, okay?
Okay.
Number
Can
1,
I have my
Usher.
No.
He too skinny.
Number 2, Neo.
Girl.
Is this a real game? Usher.
Yeah.
Okay. Leo.
Yeah, it was not bad, but like,
No,
let's continue.
Number three, Maxwell.
No.
No, he light
no.
skinned it.
Too
When
old.
he was
And he
throwing that evil, he said, um, all right, Stevie Wonder.
Can you stop?
Oh, what she
Stevie
say?
Wonder. I'm reading the list. Male R&B
You
artists.
can you can skip some of these.
oh,
Okay.
Stevie, you're not serious.
Ronald Isley.
Okay, I think game's over. Game's over.
Oh, you know who
He
would have
has
been
been
a
playing
good?
death.
Y'all know who would have been a good angel in their prime because they're older now. In their prime, you know who would have been a good angel? I'm serious. This is
Mariah.
serious. It's serious.
Cisco.
D'Angelo.
I think I was thinking D'Angelo. Cisco,
No,
not
not
bad as
D'Angelo
well.
Cisco.
who? Oh, D'Angelo.
D'Angelo would have been a great angel. Now I can revision the whole book with D'Angelo, and I'm here for it.
With
I
Burgundy.
think I was sort of picturing D'Angelo.
That's good, huh? Z, what you say?
Interesting. I said with
What
burgundy
about
hair.
Dennis
Not
Yeah,
Rodman?
necessarily, but
I wouldn't have said D'Angelo.
I could see D'Angelo physically. He was sexy. He had a crazy six pack. You know what I mean? And he was attractive. He sing real good. R&B, but he sing real R&B. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
He would have fit. I don't necessarily say that I'm thinking D'Angelo, but I feel like him in his prime, he would have fit. Now they have Lucky Day on this list. Obviously, and Lucky Day also has a very nice body. He was on the cover of that Candy Drip, looking great. You know what I mean? And I feel like he
If
would
we were to
change his hair
ask,
color.
if we were to
Okay,
ask
actually,
with, I feel like she would probably say Lucky Day.
Please tell us, Christina. I have to
I
know.
feel like yeah, I feel like D'Angelo. Looking at the pictures now, it's like especially like the pop alternative.
Hmm.
I can see it because he definitely delved into that. I'm looking at it right now.
Lionel Richie.
All right. I want to talk about
Jacquees. Michael
Who?
Jackson.
Jacquees?
baby.
Is that what you
I
said?
said
Okay.
Jacquees,
Uh-huh.
Michael Jackson, James Brown. And lastly, no, second to lastly, Smokey Robinson.
Baby.
And
Did Angel
lastly,
have different color eyes?
huh?
Did they call Angel's eyes anything other than
I
brown?
don't think, I
I
think his
thought it
eyes are
was
brown.
brown. Yeah.
Okay, because Smokey could have been a contender.
Smokey's light skinned.
Yeah, Smokey couldn't have been a contender. Lastly, Music Soul Child.
All right, I'm
It
so
gotta be
glad we did with this
somebody else.
game. I'm
Anywho,
so glad we did.
but yes, I quite enjoyed his character. He was super sweet and he sounded super sexy, and um I like the fact that I've always liked in when you read books and or watch movies or whatever, and it's like a celebrity and they really like not acting like a diva.
Hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I too, we all grew up together, so we all are like connecting with the church angle, being that we were church girls, and
Hmm.
so I just feel like it was very relatable. His character was very felt close to home from the South.
Yeah.
Singing in the choir, going to church all the time. That's us. So,
Right.
Yeah. Um, my opinions on Angel is that I liked him. My listening to the audiobook, and I also said next time I need to listen to I need to read it physically because the characterization of Angel in this book, and also I know that the narrator skewed that a little bit for me. But it seems so not like how he was portrayed in
Yeah,
the partner plot.
I felt the
Yeah, I
same.
agree. I
And
agree.
so my it's like make I could attribute these these characteristics more if I had just read it and like put my own thing on it. But even then a little bit, but like I didn't imagine his voice to be that deep. I imagine him to be a lot more energetic and a lot more outwardly carefree. Like I can get the like internal like the internal dialogue of him being a little more like careful and a little like relaxed or like even sad sometimes.
Hmm.
But I don't know, from the characterization in the last book, he just seemed more like energetic, carefree, cool, like that.
Mhm.
Kind of like the life of the party. He didn't seem like the life of the party in in this book, even though I like his character a lot.
Hmm.
Um, but the first few chapters of the book, I'm just like trying to get used to this character because it's not how I pictured him to be from the previous book.
Yeah,
Um,
maybe he was like, maybe I was thinking that too when I first started it, but at the same time, I'm like, we only got like windows of Angel. Maybe he's a
Mhm.
little different when he's with his friends than when he's in the romantic setting. I know I am a little bit
mhm,
like I when I'm with my friends and stuff, I'm more I don't know. I'm more willing to be extroverted, I think, when
mhm,
I'm with
Yeah.
my friends. But if I'm not, like if I'm with a romantic person, partner or whatever, I'm like, um, I don't have to be because it just be us. I don't have to be extroverted, so it's kind of I just be like chill. I mean, I joke still a lot, but I be chill.
yeah,
So maybe that's kind of what it was.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 I
I
think
get
that
that,
was
but I feel like even with other people, it was still a little more
Yeah.
relaxed again from the last book. But still, I still like this character a lot.
Yeah,
I
I
think
thought
that
about
was
Um,
that
the
a lot.
relationship. I think that's relationship Angel and because you remember he was saying that he's basically saying that he's changed and he's ready to like settle down.
Oh, that's
God
true
knows
too.
words,
mhm,
but no, that book was before him and Violet got married. I mean, Xavier and Violet got married, and he was just starting off his career, wasn't he?
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago,
yeah,
so that makes sense
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
that's true.
at that point, he didn't have a set stylist at that time. Like he just started doing
Yeah.
Violet, and she was just, and he was saying that how he hopes that she can fix him up, hope that.
Right.
So I feel like during that time, he was just trying to get in the scene. He was trying
Mhm,
to. So I think that was a different angel than the angel that is now. I think that's the same angel, but he's
More
a grown
mature.
angel because more mature because he's set in his career now, has set stylist, set his career, and he's more comfortable now.
mhm,
But he also still parties because remember I always went to that party with him, so it's obviously something that he still does a lot. I feel like we were that was a different stage in Angel.
You know what? You ate
mhm.
that.
Like,
You did.
I feel that.
huh?
I said you ate that.
All right, y'all.
Um, but yeah, I I liked I didn't like the whole plot line of his mom, but I liked it in the sense of like him like growing and coming to terms with like I guess loving himself despite what his close family member unfortunately has to say negatively about him. I liked that. I liked his dynamic with his sister. I thought that was a really cute relationship.
Mm.
And like me said, I like how patient he was with Iris throughout the whole book. I thought it was very, very sweet. Their dynamic was very, very sweet to me.
Yep, I agree.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay, so let's move on to our favorite character outside of Iris and Angel.
My favorite character was Bree. I think she was a really good character, a really good person to be with Iris, like with a little brand trip or whatever, and just a good assistant to her. Like she was very supportive of her, and she just seemed so, just a good, like nice and good person. Love
Mm-hmm.
that her and Ray they got something going on.
Mm-hmm.
I just think she was a good. She was like lighthearted. She was so supportive of like everything that was going on. I liked her.
Yeah.
Outside of course, the Green sisters, I feel like
Yeah,
we all say that we like them.
right.
Yeah, I agree. I also like Bree. She was one of the people who I felt was a good balance or good support even with the foolishness like that. Iris was kind of being like, because of her attraction for Angel, she was just kind of being impulsive in certain instances, and I think Bree was the better option to be by her side outside of anybody else. I would think like, even if what's the lady name? I mean, I guess she wouldn't be in that position. The lady who was on leave because she was pregnant. But I
Mm-hmm.
just feel like
Paloma.
Brie, huh?
Paloma.
Paloma.
Paloma. I just feel like Brie is kind of like, loyal to Iris, and so it was like a good dynamic to have to kind of help keep things afloat, even when like unprecedented things happened. And I
Yeah.
also like Ray. I think Ray was kind of served that same or similar role for Angel, and like that support role that kind of, but Ray was kind of more vocal, obviously. Um, but I like their both of their support systems, especially the big chunk of time they were like doing the tour, and it just made the situation that they were in a little bit more dynamic because it wasn't just them two and static characters in the background. Well, I'm not gonna say not static, but like it wasn't just like background characters. These characters interacted a lot with
Mm-hmm.
the two leads. So, and they were cool. Like they were cool. They were fun. They were lighthearted. They were supportive. So,
Yeah, I feel like my favorite character was probably Paloma. I just feel like Paloma just, I don't know, she just seemed like she got together. She don't take no ish type, you know?
mm-hmm.
And first of all, I'm already biased because I really like the name Paloma. I heard it in another
Mm-hmm.
movie or something that I've seen like a couple years back, and I was like, that
Selling the
is
stage.
such a pretty name, huh?
Yes.
Selling the stage.
Is that what that's from? I just remember
Mm,
being like, that name is so freaking pretty, Paloma. That is so
Mm-hmm.
cute.
yeah.
But I feel like I really liked her character. Like I said, she just, I don't know, and she really was like, when Iris was like spiraling after she got caught or whatever, and she was like, girl, what are you you don't even like this job no more. Like, you don't even like it
Like, you're right.
anymore,
Get out of here.
I
so
do. Yeah.
go. So I liked her, and I also did like Ray as well. I don't know, I felt like he was cool, and again, like you said, was another person who played that level-headed role, supportive role to the main character, and
Mm-hmm.
they seem like a good match as friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. My favorite character, I'm gonna go with Calla. Um, I don't know. I like kids in these stories. They just be chilling. Um, and I love the name Calla. I think I
same.
love I love a theme, and I love
Right.
their theme names, and I love that Calla is also within that theme
I
of
love that
names.
too. Yeah. That's so cute.
Um, I just think she was adorable.
Yeah.
Um, I love the I'm obsessed with a new thing every week.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it fun, you know.
Yep.
Hello. I really like I did like Paloma too, because she did get Iris mind right. And
Hmm.
Calla, I just thought it was so funny that she really didn't care about Angel. Like out of any other
Yeah.
siblings outside of, okay, my mama like you, let me see. But like when they were in the shop, or were they at her house or whatever, and Angel just thinking that she finna ask him a question about his relationship with her mom, and she goes,
Hmm.
"So do you like dinosaurs?" Like
Expeditiously
it was
answered.
serious. She's like,
Uh,
I have another question. He's like, "Oh, she's gonna ask me." She's like, "Do you know what a T-Rex is?"
Do you know how
Okay, let me
old
down to
they
business.
are?
Forget about these flowers and my mama.
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
that was funny.
yeah.
Yeah, there was. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll move on to least favorite character. I feel like it's kind of easy though.
Yeah.
To
One,
Angel.
two, three.
Okay.
Angel Mama.
Yeah.
That mama.
Yeah.
Whew.
I mean,
I'm telling you,
Because
that is a
that
terrible
mama.
lady.
hate. It was forced. You love that boy and you just stuck in your ways and prideful. And you don't want to bend or fold.
All because you was starting to
Right.
bop when you was young.
Right. And you took a hard left turn. And now we here.
And
Hard
for
right turn.
her, and for her to embarrass him at the event,
That was crazy. That was
that
crazy.
Like,
was too
Like,
much.
That was crazy because on
That was
top
too
of
much.
him already being a member of this community and everybody knows him, they grew up with him, whatever. On top of that, he's a
hmm,
celebrity, and my mama out here
exactly.
acting crazy.
Like,
He better than me because first of all, I would have called her a harlot, okay, retired harlot, and I would have, I don't know, socked her.
so
Yeah.
you had your chance to fool around, but I can't.
That's my. I
When
just
it's
don't
me,
get it. Like I don't get parents who do that. I don't. I don't care how Christian you claim to be in the future. I
Hmm.
just don't understand. Like if you was starting and bopping, why do you feel like you deserve the right to shame them for anything? It's like one thing to be like cautionary or tell them what you went through, but to be like you don't have I taught you better than that. You don't have no home training. Like you act like you ain't got no sense. You walking around whole
like,
time the boy is singing love songs. Like girl.
right.
And then
It's
he
all it is.
paying, and then he paying her
All
bills.
her bills.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. Every piece.
all of that's
And paying for stuff for their
crazy.
church that he don't go to
It's
no more.
And the
and then let
only
her
reason you talk to me again is because I'm sorry, D. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just saying the only reason why you started talking to me again is because I started paying for stuff.
Yeah, and
Evicted.
then just to get access to keep talking it into your face. So I'm not saying it behind your back no more because I excommunicated us from each other. Now, okay, I'm gonna let you see me, but you gonna hear it. I
Right.
think it's more so about her pretending to be somebody that she's not,
Yep.
and not
Mm-hmm.
being able to control her sins, her perceived sins through her child.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Mm-hmm.
so sinful that I couldn't even stop my child from being in sin.
Yeah.
It's a cover up.
Mm-hmm.
If you yourself was okay in your journey in Christianity, you would not care so much about his attachment to your reputation.
Right.
Not as much.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's because she knows she's still a harlot. She knows she's still struggling with her godliness. So she looking at him
Her
mad that
worldly
he went,
ways.
Yeah.
but also she feel like he telling on her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like maybe she also resents him for being able
Yeah.
to
Freely
do
yeah,
that
do it.
proudly,
Yeah.
and she's ashamed of herself for doing that stuff. So she's
Mm,
like,
right.
he
mm-hmm.
sit here and do that, but but I can't do that. Like I feel like she kind of resents him for
For
being
sure.
that type of the same person that she was, but he's proud of it, and
Himself.
she's ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ashamed of herself.
That lady
Or
crazy. She's
So there's no
literally
way you push your
insane.
hate your friend like that.
That's what I'm
She
saying.
said,
Like you claim talking about something and you don't call your mama. You look at how suck my mama. What's wrong with you? Oh my god.
yeah.
like
It's
every time I see you is you're doing wrong. You ain't worth nothing. You ain't doing nothing right.
You wasting your talent.
You you
Right.
wasting your talents.
Your
You
bills are
dance around.
paid.
You in that pornographic videos. You dance around naked in the videos. I got my shirt off. Oh boy down the street got his shirt off playing basketball. Like I just have my shirt off.
yeah.
Look,
It's
I ain't have my. I mean,
worse.
you look, I ain't got my drawers on.
Hello?
So
Hello? Because that's bad.
You would think
Lucky.
you would think he's having intercourse on
On set.
television.
He's singing "I
Literally.
Love
Crazy.
You" back to back on a pop beat. I
On
love
a
you on a
pop
pop beat.
beat. Maybe I want you. Maybe I think you fine. Type ish. Like, okay. Just first of all, you got these kids, girl. Like, you got kids. You know what
yeah,
men and women do. Okay. So I don't
And it wasn't holy
understand.
conception.
Huh?
What is it called? What was it called?
What?
Holy conception. What is it?
Bastard?
No, girl.
What you
What is
say?
it called? They call it something conception when they're like,
Immaculate.
huh?
Immaculate.
Immaculate conception.
What
Is
is
that what it
that?
is? Whenever like what they described that happened to Mary when she didn't have sex.
Immaculate.
Oh.
Immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't remember my point.
So
Okay.
exactly, you were saying that it wasn't that.
Oh
So
yeah.
like you know what goes on or whatever. So I don't
Right.
even. I just don't understand like why you got to be that Christian. Like that's what pisses me off. Y'all really be like. You have to be that Christian person who has to be like super judgy and super like just a butthole. Don't nobody want to be around you because you think you better than everybody. You're not better than nobody. Actually, you're worse than
Right.
everybody. So
It just feels so forced. It's like those kids who be the one to do stuff and then tell on everybody and nobody
Mm-hmm.
cares and everybody's tired of you. But you
right,
have to get everybody's attention because somebody's doing worse than you or
right,
what you perceive to be worse than you.
right,
This,
exactly.
that's what it gives. It gives like tattletale in the back
Yeah,
who
Yeah.
nobody likes and just hoping for somebody to engage in the negative attention
right,
to kind of make yourself look better.
right.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. And for you to be a mom to do that to your child,
That's crazy. Who's also
like
paying all your
paying them,
bills?
who's paying all your bills? I could, Paul, you could live with me. I'm cutting. I'm sleeping in.
Literally. I'm turning, first of all, I'm turning Direct TV off because you know she still got Direct TV. I'm turning it
Mm-hmm.
off and I
Why my
won't
kids
tell her.
said, my kids said, we were talking about TV. I was trying to talk about something that was relevant, whatever. And it was like, that's when you use those white remotes. I said Direct TV or Cox. And she was like, something.
not those white robots.
It took me a second because I don't think of white remotes
Mm-hmm.
because they got a lot of colors on them.
Right.
But
Mm-hmm.
she's
Hmm.
definitely the only other remote she knows is the Roku remote.
Yikes.
Yeah,
So it is the
That's
white
funny,
remote.
man.
that's crazy.
She
That
said
is
at my
crazy.
grandma's
Hopefully,
house.
times change.
At my grandma's house.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly. So I'm taking that first. And then I'm
Yeah.
taking the internet.
Mhm.
And then I'm taking the lights.
Lights. Yeah.
Then I'm taking the water. And
And you got
lastly, I'm
one more
taking
strike.
the house. It's gone. I sold
Chill.
it.
I'm giving you time.
Paul's already at my house. And mama
We gonna,
like
we gonna
calling
take this
me.
thing in phases.
But she's blocked. Figure it out, mother. She got some. I can't stand people who treat their kids like that. I just don't understand. You chose to have this baby.
Yeah,
You chose to do
Yeah.
that.
yeah. So that's how for in the last book too.
I was trying to think which book was that? Was that same mama? Is that Green Mama?
Uh,
No,
No, that
Whose
was
mama was
Green Mama
that?
though. But Green Dahlia, she
Yeah.
she
she
did
was acting up in the last book.
crazy
yeah,
Okay.
things.
she was acting crazy last week. She wasn't acting that crazy, but she was acting crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but the sisters with the side of greens, one of them sisters,
Oh,
she took she ain't talked to her son in like 8 years.
it's crazy. It was crazy.
Because of his lifestyle.
Like, take myself. I do love Ernest Jr. or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I just want Ernest Jr.
And you mad he don't want to talk to you, but you call him an F word every time talk to him.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't.
I don't
Like, damn,
understand.
why he
Y'all
not
chose to have
calling
these
you? You are
kids.
cussing him out. Like,
Literally,
damn.
that's funny, man. That's not funny. It's funny,
When
ridiculous.
the problem asks you what's the problem. Like, come on. Anywho. Okay. Yeah. F her. All right.
Hmm.
Let's move on to favorite scene. What's y'all's favorite scene of the book?
The whole book was my favorite scene.
Um,
Period.
Okay, my favorite scene, not necessarily my favorite. I mean, like it made me feel like it was my favorite. It was because it was kind of cringe, and it reminded me of Creed when she was doing. Okay, so my favorite part was when she went to the studio with Angel,
I knew you was
and
gonna say this.
she was in there, and
Yeah,
she was
I knew
like,
exactly. I know that's your favorite part. That's
when she was basically like, "I like Angel because he fine," like she was saying stuff like that, and it made me think. I'm so hungry. Hungry for the title.
Oh.
I could set up a
eating
cheesecake.
cheese. I
I
need
was
to watch Creed
cracking
again.
up.
That's a
Yeah.
good time.
Yeah. For sure.
I was cracking up at that part. It wasn't like my favorite like love part. It was just I enjoyed that part because
Hmm.
it was cringy and it made me think of that movie and I forgot
It
about it.
Hmm.
was. I had
I
to
like
turn it
that. That's a
off.
fun one.
I had to
That's
stop
It
it
was
for a
funny.
so.
second.
It's fun that you said it, but I hated it.
That is hilarious.
I hated
What,
it,
that part?
and well, I just hated it because it was so cringe. It's not that it was bad. I
Hmm.
just
No, yeah.
and then hearing
It
them
was just
say it, I said, "Oh, it's one thing if it's I'm cringing and I'm reading it, and I can
hmm
imagine the best case scenario in my head, but hearing them say it,
Yeah.
I was turning into never mind.
Yeah, I had to power through that moment because, but I
it
liked
was
it too
terrible, but I loved it.
because I was like, this is so cringe. I'm about to pause this, but I'm like, the way I powered through is like, this is me.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
this,
Yeah, I mean,
this,
yeah. Yeah.
It is
this
because
is me freestyling. This is me.
Yeah.
you will definitely say that. I hear it now.
That's true. That's true.
And
I feel that.
speaking of, let's just talk. Just mention the very first time I heard them sing "Angel," thinking of a song. I said,
You was cringing.
"Oh."
I
That's
I
wasn't.
said,
I
please
wasn't
don't sing the whole
cringing.
thing. Please don't sing the
When
whole
he was thinking of
thing.
the lyrics and stuff,
Yeah. The first one, he talked about the champagne dress.
the summertime fine.
Yeah, that first one,
I
never
said,
like just
That's what I
hearing
said
them
too.
say it out loud. I was like, while he's saying it,
I
I was like,
liked it.
no, I hate.
Ooh,
It's just so cringy. Like
I said, you will let
I
you
get it,
change
and it wasn't
it.
bad. I just, for me personally, that is just
Champagne.
for me
Wine
personally. Just
dress.
like
I loved
Um,
it. I loved
speaking of
it.
that, speaking of that, that's why I said Donnell Jones earlier because every time you gotta stay with me. You stay with me. I was thinking about Donnell Jones because the music that he was writing reminded me of what's the song by him?
Say what?
Have you seen her?
Yeah, that's the
Mm-hmm.
one that was literally in
Yeah.
my head
Okay.
just now.
Okay.
Like
Because I
the
was
I was like
like,
that song was the soundtrack of like the first half of this book for me.
Okay.
Especially after the first song that he wrote, I was like, this gives have you seen her so
yeah,
intensely.
it does, and it's very much describe the scenery. It's
Yeah.
very much like I saw, oh, I can't think of it right now. It's in my head, but it's not coming all the way together. But it's like I saw you
Mm-hmm.
at the stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
You drove by, then you took
Mm-hmm.
a left. It was like
Then
it's like
you took a right.
you gotta
Which way
find
did
a
she
name,
go?
It's
and you gotta
giving Bed Kim by Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
I don't know what
giving
that's
I feel that.
Alicia Keys, Milk and Bubble Guts.
Yes.
What's it
What?
called?
Alicia Keys? What?
You don't know my name.
You don't know my name.
You said milk and catfish?
I said milk
that
and.
milk and bubble guts.
Did y'all ever see the
Yeah. Like for you to know what she's talking about. Like
Yeah.
what?
Okay, look, you
Like
ever seen the that tweet that was like talking about you don't know my name from the guy's perspective is a horror story, and it was like, what if like those and she kept putting milk in his drink every day, and he kept having bubble guts. He didn't know why. Okay, getting back to it. I personally didn't think it was cringe. I liked it. I liked hearing him like make the songs. I thought it was a cute like trying to figure out him just like, rattling his brain, like figuring out what he
Mm-hmm.
wanted to put down on paper. I thought the fact that he wrote Iris a song was so cute. And I don't know. I don't know. I didn't feel away. I didn't feel cringe about him writing the song. I did feel cringe about Iris in the booth though. I paused it for like 3 seconds, but I wasn't
Little
mad at
though.
it. I wasn't mad at it. I was
Yeah.
just like, why
Mhm.
she did that? I would have been so embarrassed. I to this day I will not freestyle in front of a man. I have not freestyled in front of a man since high school, and I won't.
Mhm.
I won't.
So yeah, I don't think that it don't take much for me to cringe, but just because I cringe don't mean I don't enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whenever I think it was more so just hearing it. Like I already have like this particular I'm very particular about listening to audiobooks in the first place. So if I'm gonna cringe at it like just generally off GP, hearing it is gonna take it to
To the
the
next
moon
level.
potentially. So like I liked it because I do think that it was cute. I think it was a cute gesture or whatever, or like just a cute outlet that he had just to because artists they always, that's where they vent kind of or they like express
Yeah.
themselves or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But just hearing it, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. But it was only because I was hearing it.
Yeah.
Like if I was reading it, that experience would be a little bit different. It's more sweet
Mm-hmm.
to me, but that's a personal thing.
And Angel said
No,
this
it was still
pen
cringe
works.
reading it.
You heard me.
Oh wait, I was talking about her in that booth. It was sweet reading it.
Yeah, um, I could see, but hearing it, but I have to read. I have to read stuff like that. Stuff like that, I gotta read.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Angel said that pen works, baby. He writes his music. Okay,
And he writes
I love
hits.
that.
Period.
Huh?
Do
And
you hear me?
quickly.
I said, and he writes hits. Hello,
Exactly.
I ain't see him miss yet.
Exactly. I think my favorite scene, I liked a lot of different scenes, but the ones that are coming up right now, I really like the scene first when they re-met at the wedding. I mean, that was at the wedding, wasn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When they re-met at the wedding, I thought that was really cute. Like their slow dance and like them just like kind of having a moment out there, and like an organic moment. Um,
Mhm.
just at this point, he has kind of moved on from begging Violet to hook him up with the sister at this point. Like, I'm not saying that he wasn't still interested, but it had been a couple of
Mhm.
years since he was in her ear, like, hook me up with Iris, hook me up with Iris. And
Mhm.
then, and she's also like a little different than what she was a couple years ago. So, them just kind of like being in a more mature headspace, both of them, and older, and like you know, just having that organic meeting. I thought that was really cute and sweet. And I also liked, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I hated this scene, but I loved the scene when Iris told his mama off because
Mhm.
somebody had to, and if it was
Yeah.
gonna have to be me, I was gonna write myself into there and do it, I was gonna do it. But
Right.
luckily Iris came in and did it for me because it just didn't make no sense. And so that whole like scene from like her telling the mama off to them like connecting outside, and then to them like going to the house, and he's like, basically telling her he in love with her. He didn't say that,
Mhm.
but at this moment, but basically saying he was in love with her, and then they become a couple. That whole like block, I thought that was just so cute because I just like it was like, dang, like we really here right now. We're here, and I was like, yeah, y'all are here. It was so cute.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are my parts that I'm thinking of now, but there's so many.
Mhm.
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 I think my favorite scene. I don't know if this is my favorite scene, but a scene that I really liked was the whole like skating rink um
Oh
Say
yeah,
it again.
that was
scene.
cute.
What?
The
The
skating
skating
rink.
rink.
Oh.
Mhm.
Um I thought it was cute. I liked that he was able to ain't nobody know him. Then would nobody worry about this young celebrity.
Right, right.
So I
His
like that
disguise,
he was just free
Tom.
to skate around. Uh, and but it was because I got drunk so fast.
Yeah.
Iris
That's a
a
In
large,
2
lightweight.
seconds.
a large
She
little
do.
daiquiri.
She got a child.
She'll be going
She
out.
got no. Her whole life was her job, so she was keeping it cute. Her job and her child.
Period.
Um, yeah. You finishing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
That was really cute.
Yeah. I forgot about the skating rink,
I did
but
too.
I'll say a lot of little things like whenever they were on the tour, like how Angel made sure that he was always like being chivalrous. Like I like those scenes
Mhm.
where it was like just the little stuff here and there, like the him making sure that he waited for her to get out the car, or
Mhm.
him like holding the umbrella over her even though it wasn't working for anybody involved, but him just make like intentionally being like, I'm doing this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Southern gentleman.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I was like, I know you're gonna hold that umbrella up. And like
Exactly.
what's his bodyguard name? Ray?
Ray.
Because
Mhm.
Ray was like, come on, like, in the beginning it was kind of like,
Because he said,
what you
you
doing?
get
And
me
he was
wet.
like, huh?
Because Ray can't leave without Angel, and he don't have no
Yeah.
umbrella. So he like,
And
come
but
on, bro.
it was more so like Ray figuring out or like adjusting to Angel expressing his interest in her. Where it's
Mhm.
kind of like he's just used to worrying about Angel, and then just to see how like his actions in those moments like to kind of show or express to Iris like, girl, I like you. I like you. I'm still trying to court you right now. And just seeing how that affected everybody around it, because then you see Bree kind of look around, like take notice, no say nothing. You see her boss whenever like they're talking to each other, kind of like take notice of it. I just like the way that their chemistry, I guess,
Yeah.
was affecting the people around them. I
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
that. And I also really, really, really liked that sequence that you talked about where she like turns because she was tipsy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she really turned around and went over. She's like, you know what, I'm gonna do it because she was over there drinking that wine. But she went and told his mama off, and then that the parking lot scene was really, really sweet. I just hate that it was in front of everybody, but that was a part of the passion about it,
Yeah.
where it was like a in the moment thing, and they both were like in the moment about it. I like
She
that.
said, Angel, look at me. It's me. Look at me.
Here.
All right, now you painting it. You painting it. Because now all I think about is that lady. Who is it with the Hulk? What was her name? Was she also
Black
a
Widow?
superhero? Black Widow, where it's kind of like
I'm the
I'm the
only
one
one
that's
who
going
could
to
calm him
you. I'm the only
down.
one, and that's a little cringe. But the scene wasn't cringe. I
No,
love
and
that
not
scene.
at all. I
That
loved
scene was
it.
so good.
I
Mm.
loved it.
It's
Him.
the whole thing. Their emotions were so like raised from that. It was
Yeah. I was just like, oh my God, y'all are in love.
yeah. I like
I
that.
loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's see. I also really liked when he spent the night at her house too. I thought that
Yeah,
was really cute. And
Mhm.
there go
that was
doggone Dahlia always messing something up. I'm just
Came
kidding.
in with Calla.
Right. Like, come on. The first time he stays over, dang. But yeah, I thought that was really cute. It was just so there were a whole lot of cute moments in this book. A whole lot
Yeah.
of them.
Mhm.
and I really like how Angel made sure that he grabbed his jacket because
Oh
like
yeah.
it just kind you know how like those types of things are just so touchy, and it was
Mhm.
like it was just him respectability
Oh yeah.
as it is where he's just like he knows her daughter's walking in, knows her mom's walking in. He doesn't want it to look
Bad.
horrible, and
Yeah.
like just the respect for the situation,
Mhm.
and like the because he knew that Iris did not want like this wasn't a planned thing, and
Mm-hmm.
so she couldn't control this first impression, and the least he could do is try and like change the optics of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl, he said he buttoned
I
that
like
jean
that.
jacket up.
He's a,
He's a
I'm just,
thoughtful man. That's a
I'm just
thoughtful man.
imagining how that jean jacket looked.
Crazy, crazy. Like he tried to smooth the situation over,
yeah, but not to Calla.
and him having no, not to she a child. She can protect
Exactly,
him,
and that's all that mattered.
but and for him to have that disguise that he fine tuned over the past 3 to 5 years, like you just have to
That
see
is funny.
it's so
Yeah.
funny. Okay,
All
sorry.
right. Let's go to least favorite scene. I don't know.
That's
I don't think I had a
I was
least
gonna say that's
favorite.
kind of hard. Let me think.
Yeah.
Anything with the mama in there.
I was about to say him being
Basically.
at the mama house whenever he just sat there and she was just berating him.
Right. That's clearly the
Yeah.
worst scene in the book. But when Iris' plane had landed and her phone was blowing up. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, cause I was
So,
waiting for the ball to drop the whole book. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, is she gonna
what's
do
crazy
it?
is you knew that was about to happen.
Right,
Like even starting the book, you knew this was gonna happen. I was
right.
like,
Mhm.
when is it gonna happen?
That's why I was saying
Yeah.
like I was kind of on edge for a lot of the book because I was just waiting like what is going to be the slip up? What is it going to be? Because they're
Mhm.
going to get caught, and then it kind of happened late in the book, so I was kind of like, oh, is she going to have them have another obstacle because it hasn't happened yet? But it
Mhm.
happened. It happened like maybe right after I thought it because it was getting close to the end, and I was like,
Yeah. I
that
thought it
was
was
hurt.
gonna happen I thought it was gonna happen earlier.
Me
I'm
too.
trying to remember what scene it was. I thought it was gonna happen.
I thought it was gonna be when the mama, that girl mama, had came and saw them out getting pizza. I thought it was gonna be then.
Yeah, I thought it
Mm.
was gonna be that. And then what's her name? The friend kept texting her.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was gonna wake up and be like,
Mm-hmm.
Same,
but
same. Cause that was
yeah,
that
so
was
they
the
got
day
that.
that they, yeah, spent the night over, but they had a good day
Mhm.
after that. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh
I
Lord,
also didn't really care for the not the scene itself. I think the scene itself was like as part of the book was fine, but just like the boss giving
yeah,
her that ultimatum.
that was
And it's
ridiculous to
like
me.
you wanted like this was your priority to tell me like I don't know, I just felt like it was very selfish and like
Yeah.
distasteful. Like especially like the how urgent it was. She didn't allow her to come back to work and be like,
Right.
"Okay, let's talk to my office. Come to my office right now on
First
a
of all, I
Saturday on
wouldn't
a
have
day
went.
off."
I wouldn't
Me
have
either.
went. She
Me
know
either.
who to ask. She know who she dealing with because
Literally.
I would have been
You
there.
talking about how disappointed you are, like you my mama.
Now, okay, so from Dominique's perspective, I do understand the optics of Iris dating Angel looking bad just because I think it looks more so bad because she was on the tour with him.
Hmm.
Now, if Paloma had went, I
Mhm.
don't think it would have looked as bad because one, no, one nobody really knows who Iris was, if that was the case. But I do see, like, from an optic view, it's like, okay, somebody's effing him, and that's why he's doing the thing. He don't really like the products or whatever. I can
Yeah.
see that, but I'm just like you said, one, first of all the urgency that she put behind it, and then two, like, I don't know, like, Ira's not the face of the company. I don't know. I get both sides.
Yeah.
I do get
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
sides, but it's just kind of
Yeah.
like, bro, I'm not about to. I don't even want to
I
be
I
here.
also right, I also get it. I definitely understand it because it does leave a lot to assume. But I don't know. I just felt like I know it's like a sensitive thing and you really can't control those types of narratives. Like if depending on the types of fans or like whatever reporter is like spinning the story, it's hard for you to control whatever storyline is being pushed. But I just feel I don't know. Maybe I just was annoyed that she was going through it,
Yeah.
not necessarily what was done, but I do feel like you feeling like I need to my life is blowing up and I need to come and talk to you. You could wait. You could wait talk
Right.
to me.
Yeah.
It was, she was
I
gonna
think
have to wait. I'm
I think
sorry.
I'm the one. Yeah, I think I'm the one that I maybe I need to talk to my family. Maybe I need to talk to Angel. Maybe that's my priority, not the first person I talk to being you.
Well,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
was already gonna. Dominique was gonna feel that way. Iris felt that way. So, I mean, like I said, I get why the urgency is there, but I don't understand why she had to come talk to you on the weekend. Like, I don't know why this
Yeah,
couldn't wait till
exactly. Like
Monday.
of course, as soon as I get back to work, obviously we gotta talk about this. But
I'm about to live in bliss for
right off
one more
the
day.
plane, yeah, right off the
Right.
plane, please. And I was crazy because
I'd be like, Angel, we gotta figure out how we gonna hide this. Like, how are we
Like,
going to sneak?
yeah, first of all, we gonna pretend like that's not even happening until Monday morning.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Honestly.
saying. Or we about to be out and proud for one day
right.
since the cat's out the bag.
Yeah,
And when Angel was like, "You're making a mistake," I was like, "Oh God."
He
you
was
know
so
You
what?
sweet.
right.
He was so
You're right.
sad.
You know what? I the part that was like whenever she and him like kind of first broke like the physical barrier.
Uh,
I didn't really like. I Iris kind of frustrated me there
yeah,
because
understandably.
I felt like it was kind of like she was giving in and he was, consensual, but it was a selfish move. I feel like because she knows how all in he is. And even though she deserves to be selfish, I just like for her to do it and then the way she pulled away,
Yeah.
I
She
was like,
said,
nah, come
get that
on,
bread, get that, and leave.
That like
now you
when that happened,
said
I
leave.
literally paused it and cackled because
No, literally. I was like,
He was
I
like,
was like,
oh no. I said, now not you hung up in his face.
she said,
You
not in
can't
the
hang up
mood.
in his face. I said that that's because she had that because the clarity came and she got up out of there. I said like
Literally.
this is
She,
crazy.
oh, girl, what am I here doing? Oh,
He had
excuse me, sir. I gotta get back to my room. Like,
like that. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
no, I was screaming. That was so funny. It wasn't funny, but it was funny.
I was like,
Mm-hmm.
right,
Yeah.
Iris, why would you do that? I get it, but I was
literally.
like, dang.
That is so decoded.
Why you say that?
I just feel like you're a man eater.
He's a
You're not a man eater,
man.
but you have the potential to be if you wanted to. You know, you're a little more cutthroat. So I just feel like you would be in that situation. Like, what am I doing
Yeah,
here?
I feel like Iris all over is very
I
decoded.
know she is. She is. Okay.
I can see this happening so like I can see it happening so clear.
Like,
Oh,
Clear.
It's like I just
Well,
feel like you be the I feel like you would be the one to like have this celebrity man write a song for you and you still like I don't think he likes me like that.
right?
Like
Like, it's not that serious.
mm-hmm.
not that serious, you know, like I don't know.
I
I
feel
gotta think
like,
about it.
and with that physical scene that you're talking about, I feel like that situation. I feel like you would be the only one, at least out of us four, who would be in that situation and genuinely not mean no harm and still leave. Like, I feel like for me at
it's
least,
still
it was purposeful if I just left like that. Like, I was just kind of like, but I feel like, and I honestly feel like me and Yan also would be kind of like that was the goal. Whereas I feel like you honestly and earnestly don't mean no harm, but what am I doing here?
that's well,
Or at least before either of us. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I could see that.
Anywho. Okay, so any last minute thoughts on the book? Anything y'all want to get
Mm,
out?
I really liked the book. It was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. The only thing that I felt was kind of I felt distanced from was
hmm
the other sisters in the book, mostly because I felt like it had been such a long time since I read them. It
Yeah.
Oh
was
yeah.
for me to gauge their personalities. Like Violet felt way more like um what's the word? Not assertive, but way more like pushy, not pushy,
yeah, yeah.
like aggressive, like
I get
assertive
what you're
kind
saying.
of. And Lily felt way more like pulled back.
I agree. Yeah.
Just in like for them to have a lot of more talking roles than I expected them to have.
Mhm.
And then their men on the side. Like I don't remember Nick's been like a hermit, but whenever I would hear them
Nick
describing
was
him,
definitely a hermit.
I don't remember it. Just did, but it didn't. He definitely was, but it just didn't read that way to like it didn't read the same to me here. Like the description might have been the same, but the image of it felt, I guess, less flesh, and
I
it makes sense
yeah, I was
because
gonna say because
like
their stories
snapshots.
are done. So
Yeah, it's just snapshots of it, but just seeing it, it's just like almost I don't know, but it was just kind of interesting to see them as side characters and how and what characteristics were emphasized in that time.
right.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I also really like the book. I mean, Kristina Forest, her next 16 books could literally be poo from a butt. And I feel like she didn't already had enough of a positive impact on the black romance
I
genre.
She has, and
Yeah.
I just recently read one of her first YA books not too long ago. Because my first book I read by her, I was sold. I said, baby, anything else I get my hands on by Christina Forrest, I am reading that.
I'm
I want to
telling
be where
you,
you are with such a wonderful time. I said, baby, the rest of them, yeah, the rest of them, I'm reading it.
she just knows black romance.
Yeah,
She knows what she's talking
I like the way
about.
that she writes. I
Me
like the way
too.
that she writes.
Same.
I like when she writes
Yeah.
like relationships, like interactions and
I
relationships,
agree. I like how
conflicts.
yeah, like I feel like she has a first of all, she does a great job. I said this last time. She does a great job at writing male love interests. She writes
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
male love interests for the female gaze, and I really appreciate that because a lot of authors, even female authors, I feel like they write men for men. And it's just
mm-hmm,
like
Hmm.
I just feel like it's or they just kind of like omit their feelings altogether. Like they either write
mm-hmm,
them for a man to read or they just be like, okay, it's just about me and how I feel and this and that. And which is not a bad thing really, but you don't see it often that men are written in a way that you can swoon over them and not feel bad about swooning over them while you're reading the
mm-hmm.
book.
Hmm.
So she
Yeah.
she makes sure they look good and their characters acting right and they're ambitious and they have goals and they're loving and they're sweet, they're mindful, they're considerate. So I think she does a
Yeah.
great
They think about
job.
they have emotions and they think about what is going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Like and exactly and then have them have like their own lives that they're living as well. Like it's not
Mm-hmm,
just me and how he feels about me.
Hmm.
It's also
mm-hmm,
other things that they're going through and how that relates to how they're dealing with their relationship at the time. Like she does
mm-hmm.
an awesome job at that. This Greene series is up here for me, like top top book series for me right now because she just did a great job. She did a great job. Like
Yeah.
it could be poo from the butt.
Okay.
It's enough for me. She done done enough for me. She's good.
Put
She
from the
good
butt.
in my book. Okay.
I'm crying. It ain't even gotta be all that. Oh.
Yeah, and Angel is my favorite male character that she wrote in the
Yeah.
Green
You know
series.
who mine was.
Yeah, I think
Ooh,
I
Malcolm.
Who?
I
um
don't know. What's the man name?
Did you say Malcolm?
Xavier.
Xavier?
Yeah.
I love Xavier.
Xavier
yeah,
is definitely my favorite.
yeah, I think from the two, I still gotta read the first book. I want to see how I feel about like ranking them after I read the first book. But from
Hmm.
the two that I read,
Yeah.
which is Partner Plot and The Love Lyric, um, I think the Partner Plot is my favorite. Um, I but I feel like if I read the first one, then I probably relate to that sister the most.
Yeah, I
Um,
relate that sister to you more than any of them.
um, but out of the two, Partner Plot is my favorite, and I think I like Xavier as the like more than I like Angel overall. But again, it's really like it really don't even matter. It's really
Yeah,
what and what.
it's decimals.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, maybe it's because I relate to Iris more that I like
Hmm.
Angel
Yeah.
more.
I like this one.
Mhm.
This one was a good one.
It,
I think. I think maybe
Period.
I do like. I did like partner plot, but I feel like I was able to enjoy this one a little bit better. I don't know. Maybe it was the time I read it,
hmm
but I feel like I just breezed through this one, even though
Mhm.
I did the other one as well.
hmm
Maybe I just feel better now. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I breezed through this one, and I just like Like this book was so good.
Yeah, it
Your
was.
I
mood
love
definitely
love.
It's just such an easy read.
yeah.
I feel like they had like battles within their relationship, but it was resolved quickly, I feel like. Whereas the
Mhm.
partner plot, it took a minute for them to like resolve their issues. Like they were going back and forth for a while, where their love story was in like one time period. Like just right here. Like Xavier and Violet went back years,
They
then
kept doing
they're
the
back
will they
together
won't
now.
they thing. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
second
Mhm.
Hmm.
second chance romance.
I loved it. I
Yeah,
loved it.
I loved it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gotta reread the partner plot.
I am going
Mhm.
to reread the partner plot, but I think I'm going to reread all of them. So,
Mhm. We had talked about this already, but I was like, I did not expect as many scenes. But
oh yeah, we did talk about that earlier.
I was
Me
like,
and Yan talked about this privately. Freaky frogs, Iris and Angel.
it was just, I
Because
just didn't
Iris
think it was going to be
has
more
been
than the
locked away
last
for five
book.
years.
The last book
Yeah.
didn't have a lot in it.
What'd you
Just what?
say?
But I was like, as a, I didn't expect it to be more than the last book because I already imagined Iris to be like more reserved, I
Right.
guess, than Violet. But I mean, the last book didn't have like a lot in it. It was like one and a half, I guess. But I was like, Iris next.
Yeah.
Baby, Iris
My
was
girl ain't
being
had it in a minute.
her garden is reblooming. Oh, let me say this. Let me say this. And I don't know how y'all felt about this part,
Okay.
but I have to mention this. Um, did y'all feel like Iris like talked to Angel about Terry a whole lot?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
Because and
at
it
first,
wasn't a whole lot, and I know that she's still getting over it, but in some instances whenever they were together, I feel like
It was
I feel
unnecessary.
like it's such a thin line between you being vulnerable about your grieving process
Yeah.
and me being the person that you're supposed to be romantically interested in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Because it's kind of like, and he was a good sport about
Angel
it.
ain't give a F.
He was a
He
good sport
did.
about it. He kept, he followed up questions. He had follow up questions and was like being very,
He said that
but
man
I
ain't
just
no
feel
competition.
like well, of course, well, how hard could be in the cemetery, but but I just feel like of course she'll have internal dialogue about it, and of course she has to talk to Angel about it because you have to divulge that process that you're going through, especially embarking on a new relationship. But I just feel like casually, maybe she's just used to talking about Terry casually to her family and to her, well, probably mostly to her daughter. But I don't know. I just felt like
It was a bit much.
sometimes she did not have. It was getting close to a lot.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
hmm
Like the times when she brought it up. I don't know.
I can see that. I mean, I
yeah.
did feel like she I didn't think it was a lot, but like you said, like it was frequent enough to be noticed.
Yeah, because it is kind of like, where is he? Is he?
I'm crying.
Terry
Why is he
coming from
talking about his
around the
Now
corner.
where is he?
Because it's kind of, it's almost like, how it's like you talking to somebody, or like you have your friends with somebody and they just keep talking about their best friend back home.
Yeah.
And it's like, I know you miss them. And of course, you could talk to me about your best friend back home. But can we ever talk about stuff that we have mutually experienced?
No.
No.
I don't.
It
I
always
feel like.
reminds you back of your best friend.
Yeah.
I feel like if
And it
she
didn't
talked
happen
about him a
that
lot,
much, but
but
it just,
I don't think. I don't think. Whenever I was reading it, it felt like it was too much.
Me either.
Hmm
I guess especially for like the first person that she's been with since Terry, it was kind of just like just the territory of like the territory.
please, Terry Road. What is on Terry Street?
It's just kind of the
They
territory.
But
Yeah,
that's absolutely right.
yeah, I
I
feel like
agree.
it just comes with it.
It
um, and I don't know. It's like, especially like not only the first person that she's been with that's Terry, but the first person that she's been with plus someone that she feels this intensely about.
does.
Mhm.
Um,
I agree.
yeah, she did talk about him a lot, but I guess it didn't strike me as like
Odd.
too much or like off-putting, I guess.
hmm Yeah, it wasn't too much or off. It wasn't so much off putting, but I felt like it was emerging.
Hmm.
Like it was in a territory, and of course, everything that you said, I totally agree with. It is the she has to deal with this. This is the next step, her next phase with it. She has to deal with it, and a person it's unrealistic for them not to have to deal with it either.
Right.
But yeah, when he walked in and saw Terry on the wall,
I would have
like their
said
wedding
And
picture,
big wedding photo. I
yeah,
said,
and it's
we
not
couldn't
it's
put the
unrealistic
two.
for her. It's
Put
right.
unrealistic
down.
for her to have that down. So I was like, okay, let me.
He should have walked and said,
It's
"Man,
unrealistic
what
for
the
that not to
is
be up.
this?"
You in the house with your daughter, and you talk about
Then
him all
throw
the
it on the
time.
ground.
But it was for me.
Man,
Break the
I think
glass.
it was more so. I think it was more so like I guess no, they had to address it. You have to address it. You walk in, you look at it. You can't look at it and keep
He
walking.
gonna look at it, roll his eyes, and walk off.
Listen.
Oh, okay.
But
He go, what the
I don't know.
going on in here?
I just feel like with that, it gets real shaky, especially the person who is there interested, because like some people are they're real sensitive about you talking about your exes in whichever
Mm-hmm.
regard,
What if she
even
had
though
a
Uh-huh.
it's
life size?
tragic.
What if she had a life size cut out of him in the room?
Okay.
And she would be like, and now you're in territory. I can't believe you said that, bro. That's still taking me out. Oh God.
But
you
in real life, that situation will be touchy.
Right.
But it does come with the territory for sure.
you would
Comes
feel
with the
uncomfortable
territory.
if your new man started talking about his dead wife all the time.
All the time would be a lot. All the time would be a lot.
I don't want to hear about that heifer.
I'm
Twenty
just
four
being
seven.
I'm just being real honest. Like of course you talk about her, casually, but all the time.
What kind of
Like
butthole would be like?
approaching approaching holidays. Oh girl.
What kind of butthole? What kind of what kind of butthole would be like? Where's Sarah? Is Sarah in the building? Then shut up talking about Sarah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel
holiday.
like I'll be cool with it, and then one day I'll wake up and be like, "You still in love?
Enough.
You
We
still in
still
love
talking
with
about Sarah.
you in love? You currently in love with her? What am I doing here?"
Yikes.
Oh my
Not to
god.
say that's the case, but I feel like
Mhm.
my mind would, after a while, after I'm like,
I'm
yeah,
like, all
talk that
right.
good, get your feelings out, and then one day, I'll be earnestly saying that, and then one day it'll be like,
Okay, we get it. Like, okay,
is
Sarah's a
he deep in
great.
love? Is he deep in love with Sarah, and I'm just a placeholder?
Yeah.
Let me grab my stuff.
Cause now I'm
That's funny as
thinking about you about to use my body for a seance, and we're not doing that.
Was it necromancy? What they said Diddy did?
Apparently, it was necrophilia,
Right,
allegedly, but
allegedly.
they was saying that it was allegedly necromancy.
Necromancy.
hell.
When I
Did
read that,
he?
I said, necromancy? Necromancy?
It was a lot. I mean, necrophilia. So it's a
Well,
lot
of
going
course,
on.
necrophilia. It's a lot going on, but whenever I first heard it, I didn't hear necrophilia. I heard necromancy, and I was
Same.
like, he was
Yeah.
in the undead.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Anywho, yeah, that's what it was giving. Like that, if he kept talking, okay, we get it. She cool.
Yeah.
Anywho, um, any more last thoughts before I close this out? Okay, so what do you think, you guys? Think about your rating out of 1 to 5 stars. What would you give this book? And we will average it up and give our Black Lady Media Club rating. Okay? Let me
Okay.
pull my calculator up because I always forget to get it. All right. What would y'all give the book? D?
um, I'll give the book probably like a 4 point, probably like a 4.75. I really did enjoy it. Well, maybe I take a point off, some off for the how I was feeling with the audio.
So what?
No, I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
that.
I was gonna say that don't count.
I'm not gonna do that. But it
Right.
did affect my
The
experience.
I
book.
guess.
It definitely affected my experience, especially trying to connect with the male lead. I felt
Oh
like he
my
was
god.
my
He ain't
great
bother me that
uncle.
much. Okay, so
But anyway,
what's your rating?
now I would say I would still keep it at a 4.75. I really enjoyed the
75.
book. Really had a good time listening to it.
Me?
The 5.
Period. I know that's right.
Yan?
I'll give it 4.5.
Ni? 4 point. I'll give it 4.5 as well.
Okay.
So our rating is 4.6. Well, I'll round it. So 4.69.
Period.
We loved
It
it.
Okay.
was lovely.
It was a really good
It was
book. I read
good.
that book so fast.
It was
It was good.
good.
Second only to the partner plot. That's how fast I read the partner plot. I read that book so
Yeah.
fast.
Well, I read Neighbor Favor real fast.
I read,
Neighbor, like Neighbor Favor.
I don't know how fast I read that one. I think I read that one fast. Shoot, dang. I'm telling y'all, she got it.
Hmm.
I read all
Just
three
like
of
I
them really
ran through.
fast.
I ran through. Now that I found you, I read through. I want to be where you are. Dang, it was good.
Okay, so that was The Love Lyric by Kristina Forest. You guys go check it out. It's on Audible and it's I think it's on Libby too, isn't it? Y'all gonna have to wait on Libby. And
It's on Living. It's on
yeah,
Spotify. If you got if you pay for it, it's free with premium.
interesting. Yeah,
That's
so
how I
y'all
listen
go
to it.
Oh, y'all go check the book out. Actually go check out the whole Greene sister series because it seems like this was I'm sure this is the last book. So y'all go check out the whole Greene sister series. Start with the neighbor favor, and then the partner plot, then love lyric. You don't have to read it in order, but I did, so I enjoyed reading it the way that she put it out. So anywho, that is all. Thank you all for coming and listening to our review of the Love Lyric. We'll catch y'all in the next one.